Hey, how you doing? This is FBTV. If you are a new broker or freight broker agent, if you're just starting out, you do not want to fall into this trap. Welcome to FBTV. My name is Mike. I'm your host. Glad you joined us. We try to get together every week and put a video or two out. Some are pretty long, some are pretty short. This one's going to be on the shorter side. Today's video is going to be focused on common mistakes that a new freight broker agent can make that can land themselves into a trap that it's going to be hard to get out of. We're going to help you avoid that today. Before we get started, though, freightbrokertv.com, that's our website. You want to check us out, go to freightbrokertv.com. You can have you ask questions. We have forums pretty much on every page of the website. We have a contact page. If you've got a question, comment, message you want to leave, feel free to do so. You'll come to us and we'll answer it here on a video, maybe on a radio broadcast, podcast, whatever. But we will be happy to answer that for you. Now, if you want to call us, leave a audio message. Well, you can, and we'll use that on the website or broadcast or podcast or broadcast, whatever. Our number is 479-668-0213, so check that out. You want some FBTV swag? Is that what the kids call it today, swag? We used to call it, what, paraphernalia? No, that was something else in our time. But if you want some FBTV stuff, can't go wrong when you say stuff. We got coffee mugs, t-shirts, tank tops, hoodies, all kinds of things on the FBTV store. You'll find that at freightbrokertv.com. Now, let's get to common mistake a new broker agent can make that can land them in a trap that's hard to get out of. When you are first starting your operation, your broker operation, this trap is so easy to fall into, and before you know it, you're swallowed up. And now it's 2 or 3 weeks down the road, and you've lost all that time, and you're treading water trying to figure out a way to get out of that trap. What I'm talking about is you start your operation, you begin making your prospect calls. Now, excuse me, you get a customer. That customer makes a couple of loads available to you, or you get 2 customers or 3. It doesn't matter. The loads those new customers are making available to you, believe me, they're not the cream of the crop. It takes time. Understand, you've got to build that relationship with that customer. As you build the relationship, they're going to start making better loads available to you. So, what do you do with these loads that they make available? Well, the common trap a new broker gets into often is they get a customer. The customer says, here's a couple of loads. See if you can find a truck. Help me find a truck. And for the new broker agent, that's exactly why they're making sales calls or calling these potential customers so they can get a customer to have loads that they can work to be able to find trucks to move those loads. Okay, on the surface, yeah, that sounds exactly like what you're supposed to do. But if you have any experience in commercial transportation, you know quite often what seems to make the most common sense is exactly what you shouldn't be doing. You should be, doing something else. Same thing here. So you've got a couple of loads. The shipper's made available to you. You stop your prospecting and you spend the next 2 or 3 hours or the rest of the day trying to find a truck to move those loads. The likelihood of you getting a truck to move one of those loads is slim to nil. And the reason is, well, your customer that offered you those 2 loads, so that's great. You're in the door. Now you have a chance to build a relationship. But those 2 loads, they've also offered those 2 loads to every other broker and trucking company they work with. So if they're not having any luck getting a truck, you probably won't either, because this is the kind of the bottom of the barrel load. Okay? Best thing to do, post those loads and get right back to prospecting. Get right back on that phone making your sales calls. You have to understand, starting out, as much as some people don't want to say this, it's really a numbers game. It's a law of large numbers. You've got to make a lot of calls. You've got to get a quantity of shippers, because from that quantity of shippers, you will have a quantity of loads. And from that quantity of loads, you're going to be able to start focusing on what is actually making you money. Hope that helps. Weird world. We are in strange times. Let's put it that way. Weird world we live in. Weird world. Weird. Just strange times. See you later.